So let's continue. So the confidence interval of the population mean, which is denoted by mu, when population standard deviation sigma is known, is, so the true value of the population mean must be greater than the lower confidence limit, but is less than the upper confidence limit. So we simply need to know the values of the lower confidence limit and the upper confidence limit so that we can create a confidence interval. Okay? So the lower confidence limit and the upper confidence limit can be derived from the value of the sample mean plus minus the margin of error. So we can be able to find for the confidence interval through the use of the computation of the lower confidence limit and the upper confidence limit. So how can we be able to compute it? We simply need to know the value of the sample mean and the margin of error. To find for the lower confidence limit, we simply subtract the margin of error from the sample mean. To be able to find for the upper confidence limit, we simply add the margin of error to the sample mean. But the next question is, how can we be able to know the value of the margin of error? We can be able to find for the margin of error through the use of this formula. So we will be using a formula to be able to know the value of the margin of error for that confidence interval. And how can we be able to know that formula? How can we be able to compute for that formula? So we will be using this formula. To be able to know that value, we will be using this formula. So we simply multiply the confidence coefficient. It's the z sub alpha over 2. That's what we call the confidence coefficient. We will multiply it to the quotient of the population standard deviation, the sigma, over the square root of the sample size. So if after simplifying this, that's the value of our margin of error. But the next question is, how can we be able to know, or which confidence coefficient is to use or is to be used to be able to solve for the margin of error? So we will be using different confidence coefficient. It depends on the value of the confidence level. If the confidence level is 99%, its confidence coefficient is 2.58. For 95%, it's 1.96, and for 90%, it's 1.645. Okay?